off, kind of. Today is, bless you, today is day 252 of the year of streaming and learning to code. We are continuing on with, well, frankly, I'm not too sure what we're continuing on with. I think we're going to try and do the project tonight. We may end up doing Code Wars. I don't know why we're having technical difficulties trying to get Adam to appear in the stuff, in the things. We're having some interesting technical difficulties. So first things first, let's minimize that. The goal is just to get Adam to appear right now. That would be super-duper frickin' awesome if we could piece that particular nightmare together. Damn, no. Code Wars, Adam. Well, that really sucks. Wonder what it's looking for. Untitled. We have a window called Untitled. That's a different Untitled. Oh, it's a very different Untitled altogether. Interesting. So, what if we change it to this? Boom. Oh, yeah, that works. That works. Look at that. That's impressive. Okay, so now, when in Rome, let's go ahead and take this guy, half screen, that guy, also half screen. And how does that look in OBS? Mostly okay. Mostly okay. Let's try and transition this particular nightmare over. First of all, does it show on the feed the current one? Well, it's all kinds of strange. Why does it say the live feed went offline? I don't believe them. I don't believe them at all. You know what I think it is? I think it is... There's no way going into studio mode cancels the live feed, right? That doesn't happen. No, it definitely doesn't. Definitely doesn't. And it's already showing everything we have. So, technically, transition really isn't necessary. We'll exit out of studio mode for fun. Because we can. Exit out of studio mode. Alright, we have another one or two tiny crises to take care of before we fully dive into all this nonsense. But we at least figured out how to get Adam up and running, so that's important. Let's jump over to this to see the task at hand. Can we close out of the untitled portion? We most certainly can. And let's back out of this. Good. So again, this is the project we were... Oh god, I clicked on something. This is the project that we were previewing last night. And that we're going to try and start to piece together tonight. We actually need to add in the last piece of the puzzle, the MAMP window, and set up that whole server bit. So I'm probably going to struggle piecing that together. I wanted to do that before the stream, didn't really have time. Hey there, tiny cat. No, let's not have you type and do things. That would be super awesome if you actually didn't type on anything. Now full screen. Oh, back out of that. Ha! There you go. Your toes can't destroy anything right now. How do you like that, little cat? Furry abomination. Alright, so what are we looking for? Ah, right. 1 to 2 crises beforehand, and then we will set up MAMP, and we will figure out how to piece together the virtual SQL server portion of this particular project so we can do the rest of it. So that's what's going to happen. In the meantime, think amongst yourselves, and good luck. Little kitty? No. Alright. We're alive. We're back. Tiny cat, please. Good. Yeah, hang out. Hang out on the bed. Alright, you're good. You're alive. She's good. Crises mostly averted. What were we trying to do? Let's double check OBS that she didn't tinker with anything. We had the mic stuff. Yeah, doesn't look like she really moved it too much. Way cool. Hey, Topher, how you doing? Hopefully your evening goes well. Wow, that is super intense. Let's kick that down like a half notch. Yeah, something a little less searing on the retinas. That's better. There we go. Okay, so this is the Earth. It's a very nice Earth. MAMP. Hey, tiny cat. These fingers are not entirely yours. So, no. OBS is still up. Bad tiny cat. Okay. Oh my god. There's so much more going on than just Code Academy or Code Wars. Tiny cat, if you type on this stuff, there's gonna be a lot of failure. Look at this. Team effort. 1, 2. Watch your claws. I believe in you. Oh, yeah, there you go. Who's got your tail? Good cat. Wow, she is persistent. Oh my god, you better not be coming back. She's found someone else to play with. What you doing? Great question. Trying to piece together the essentials to pull off the side project that was prepped for us by Tenacious Raptor. So, it involves JavaScript and PHP with a tiny bit of SQL. Now, for the SQL portion, we downloaded MAMP, but I need to set up that particular application to pull off this project. So last night's stream was kind of a brief overview going through instructionally through all the comments and just the general overview of what we've got here in front of us. But now I need to figure out, we need the links, the website stuff. Let me crack that open. Find, not Launchpad, Finder. Documents, downloads, something. Wait, there's so much fuzz around here. What's that open? Nothing overly critical. Oh, that's not what I wanted. This is what we wanted. So, homepage something or other for that tab, followed by message handler. This guy. Somehow, we're going to end up with a homepage of sorts. We're going to be utilizing the message form. We are doing things. JavaScript is the brains behind the operation, and PHP is guiding the madness behind the scenes. See, we're going to need to set up the server name, password, and blah, blah, blah. Server name, username, password, blah, blah, blah. So, let's figure out how to tie in MAMP and MySQL and all that noise. So if anyone's got recommendations, feel free to shout them out. But in the meantime, we get to watch me struggle. Just like the other 251 days of this stream. Should be borderline not interesting. So, brace yourselves. Message form, go time. Go time. Everything's open as far as the project goes. Let's close out of that bit. Now, where did we put MAMP? Tenacious and I downloaded... Oh, there was MAMP and MAMP Pro. I think MAMP was the free version, and that's all we needed to do this project. So we're going to open that up. Warning, the configuration software MAMP Pro is installed. We'd recommend to administer the server only via MAMP Pro because a concurrent use of both programs can lead to unexpected results. Check MAMP Pro. Oh. Let's Google it. What's the difference? MAMP versus MAMP Pro. Already learning and running into issues. Haven't even started the project yet. See, free. That's what we want. We want free. MAMP Pro configure an unlimited number of virtual hosts. We downloaded the free version. Let's do this. We already have MAMP installed. We're gonna live dangerously. Check for MAMP Pro. No, just launch MAMP. Yeah. Okay, here we go. OBS, Let's get rid of that particular web page. No one needs to look at that. Now, what we do want to consider looking at is this window. What, in God's name, would we refer to this window as? Let's do this. OBS. Let's add a new window. Window capture. Hold the phone, cancel. Minimize window. Yeah, some of that. Look at this. We have no idea what we're doing. I love it. Plus, window capture, MAMP. We are so gonna light the neighborhood on fire with this project. This is gonna be awful. Can't wait. Now, traditionally, hey, that's a MAMP window. Ta-da! Cool. So, who's ever touched MAMP before? Or WAMP is the Mac equivalent of WAMP. Anybody? Any? No? Just feel free to raise your hand anytime. Keep in mind, we're clueless, so even if you don't know, your guess is still probably better than ours. That's alright. Let's go ahead and zoom. What do we want to do with this? Maybe. What's a nice place for this guy to hang out and live in? That seems nice. Yeah, look at that. Boom. Love it. Okay. So, Topher, seems you went from the kiddie pool with the weather app to the big kid pool with this project. Hopefully, probably. He put comments between damn near every line of code, both in the JavaScript section and the PHP section. So, fingers crossed, I'm able to piece this nightmare together. Full screen there. MAMP. Can you guys see NetBeans kbduck configure PHP environments Mac OS? Nifty. So should I do the... I kind of want to take a tour. I don't know if anyone actually gives a damn about the tour, but the whole point of this stream is to capture the learning process from scratch. So I feel like the tour is part of that process. Not gonna lie. We are also going to link that over just sent. So behind the curtains we go. Yes. Finding the link. Yes. What the deuce? Why can't I? Here we go. Open tab. Beautiful. Okay, so let's pause that. Yes, here we go. Apache and MySQL Server. Cool. So we've downloaded that. Navigate to blankety blank. You can also install some other interesting things. Click Preferences. We don't have preferences. Click Set to Default. Yeah, that's what I want. Register MAMP's MySQL database. MAMP's MySQL database is located by default applications MAMP DB MySQL. The default username and passwords are both root, which you can verify by viewing the MAMP's welcome page, which opens in a browser when run MAMP. IDE. You should know what IDE is. We've gone over that at some point earlier in this nightmare. Right click, some other noise, basic properties. Yeah, this is gonna end poorly for everyone. Local host, those just default. Right click the blankety blank. Configure, enter the database's server. All information is displayed on MAMP's welcome page. We'll live dangerously. All this is going to be basic. We can ABC 123 password type things and usernames for all this crap. So Select admin properties. Yeah, that's awful. That's awful. Path to URL admin remote tool. Nothing like trial by fire. Way cool, way cool. So just lots of noise, lots of noise. I still kind of want to go through the tour. Not gonna lie. Not going to lie. Probably Apache. Can we click those? Oh, it's letting us know what it already is tied into, the Apache server and the MySQL server, for what it can reference. Okay, so Topher. Ignore any IDE specific crap for NetBeans and just focus on configurations for MAMP. There is clearly a preference button. It's the first button on the left in the center of the MAMP window. Ah, that. Hey, it is a button. Cool. It didn't change. Usually when you hover over stuff, like the cursor, the mouse arrow will change to a hand, or the color will change. So there's that. Preferences are important. We'll do that. Don't mind me. We're doing the tour. I'm a tour kind of guy when I have no idea what to do. Although that guide probably covered everything. Discover MAMP. Oh, I don't want to discover MAMP Pro. The tour was a lie. Enhance your workflow with MAMP Pro. No. Wrong. It's a marketing ploy. We'll click next. Yeah, we don't care. It's full of crap. Don't listen to them. Preferences. Topher was right. The preferences button was our friend. So, preferences. Back to this. Now, what was I looking at? Registering stuff. 4. Click preferences. Check. Click set to default. Apache port is reset to 80 and MySQL to blank blank blank. Golden. We can do that. So back over. Ports. Set MAMP to default. What if I just leave them that way out of the gates? We can set the default. Oh, default is all that noise. We did that because that's what it showed before. You know what? That's probably like the current default, which I think 88888 is Google's stuff for Google's DNS servers, if I'm not mistaken. We'll double check though. Oh. Google DNS. Yep. Typical. Ta-da. Yeah, that's what that is. Alright, just making sure I wasn't losing my mind. So, we'll stick with what the guide has to reference. So we'll do that. Registering MAMPs in MySQL database. See, here, we'll need... I don't know if it's needed in the JavaScript section. Pretty sure it's not. In the PHP section, we've got down a ways. He's got some comments. Fill out the data where appropriate so the connection works. We'll need to enter the server name, username, password, and database name. And then same here in the make a connection, we've got server name, username, password, database name, so forth. So let's do this. MAMP's MySQL database located default username, password, both root, which you can verify by viewing the details in the MAMP, which opens. Okay, that's cool. IDE don't worry about the IDE stuff. Topher said don't worry about the IDE, so we won't. Right-click, blah, blah, blah. Configure MySQL settings from this. Enter the database's server host and port number and username. All the information is displayed on home page. Check. So, localhost 3306, root, and password. Let's check it out. Start, stop? No. Ports? No. PHP? Also no. Web server? Still wrong. MySQL? Nothing. Start server? Back to preferences? I feel like I'm missing something. This is bad. This is bad. Go back to the guide. MySQL server properties. Right-click databases. You know what? We probably need to start a server first. I probably need to start a server. Now that we've set the default for the ports, let's do start a server. MAMP wants to make changes. Possibly. Let's do B-D-D-D-D-D-D. Okay. It's thinking and thinking. Hey, it's loading a web page. Okay. That's cool. That's cool. Welcome. MAMP has been installed successfully. That's comforting. They've got a picture of an elephant and a green check mark. I like both of those things. Some friendly fonts. That's also nice. That's good. That's good. PHP info shows the current configuration of PHP. I tread lightly, Stephen. MySQL. We know we need to look for that. MySQL can be administered with PHP MyAdmin. To connect to MySQL server from your own scripts, use the following connection parameters: localhost, port, user, password, and suck it. Examples: user is root, in quotes, password is root, very similar to what we have over here. Server name, username. Now, I wonder if the difference between user and username make a difference. I don't think it will. I think we'll be fine. That's 5.6. That's less than 5.5 for PHP and greater than 5.6. Both seem freakishly similar, and I don't think there'd be a huge difference between either format. Topher. There's clearly a preference button. Yes. Okay. Topher Gates. Server name would just be localhost, and username is root. Password is root. Okay, so that's good. However, Topher Gates, you have yet to create a database, as far as I know, so you still need to do that. Good. All right, so I will do that. So in the meantime, server name is localhost. Localhost. Wow, look at all this. It's doing things for me. Did you guys see the little pop-up window? Look, I know it's not username, but local host. If I zoom out of this and go, you can see it. See the little window? I don't have anything cool like that because I've been using Code Academy for everything else. Or CodePen, or Code Wars, or Free Code Camp, and they don't have all the neat stuff like this. This is awesome. Okay. We'll get rid of the local host. Username. Something. Username is root. I am root. Get it? That was a Guardians of the Galaxy reference. Not important. Password. Also root. But we need to figure out the database name, and we don't have a database yet. That's what Topher was saying. So let's continue through the comments. Good. Topher. You've yet to create a database. Look at the top where it says, quote, MySQL can be administered with phpMyAdmin. Here. I should click on that. I think you're right. I clicked it. It was me. I clicked the get out of it. Okay, so some interesting stuff. I can't tell if there's like a slight formatting issue just above the house and exit icon. Can we zoom in on that? See that? It seems like there's some bits and stuff. There's a part of the neighborhood that's currently blocked by the browser, by the menu. But regardless, ding. Look at the top where it says MySQL can be administered with phpMyAdmin. Click phpMyAdmin. That was the bit that I already clicked. And then in phpMyAdmin, you can create a new database, which I want to do with the databases tab. Or new. Let's click new. My instincts are telling me new. Deep breath, Steven. New database name. Huh? Did I guess right? Yeah, I guessed right. At least I hope. We're gonna continue business as usual. We're gonna call, hey, tiny cat, little kitty, princess, I love you, but you're gonna have to shimmy. Can we just call it BDX test? Maybe it doesn't like underscores. Well, yes, no, yes. Let's do that. BDX test or database. Test is fine. So let's not get carried away here. So, do I want it? Oh, guys, I did. Look at this. Can you guys see that hilarious drop-down menu? You can't. When you click on Coalition, there's a drop-down menu that is just needlessly long. What am I even looking at? There's no way you guys can see this, can you? Coalition. It's vast. It is vast. Okay, don't mind me. Why is there Topher? Select UTF-8 General CI. Can you just tell from this? Oh, wait, is that what the UCI thing he was talking about? No. I'm crazy. Don't mind me. I'm gonna select what you said, but there was something to add a bit. Oh, see, I was thinking this URI component. I saw letters and got excited. Probably not a good trait to have. Kind of like a tiny human or a dog. Shiny colors and bright sounds easily catch my attention, so... but in the meantime, select UTF-8. UTF-8. Collation? Not coalition, but collation. All the way down in the U's, huh? UTF-16. Oh no, there is no UTF-8. Or, oh no, there is UTF-8. UTF-8. Hey, there's all kind general. Ah, cool. Oh, these are all different, like, things. It says when I'm hovering over UTF-8 General CI, it says Unicode, comma, case insensitive. Let's click on that. Nifty. Alright. Okay, so there's that, and I can go ahead and create. God, I hope so. Create. No tables found. It made it. Do I need to make tables? Should I name it? BDX test. I feel like database name now will be BDX test. God, I hope that's okay. Or do I need to do more with the create tables? Okay, Topher Gates, what is the purpose of this application? Great question. Tenacious provided us with the foundation of a side project of sorts to kind of work on. It's definitely a larger undertaking than most of the other things we've done so far. However, finger crossed, I just kind of went for it. So he was kind enough to put in a lot of comments, and we can run through again in general. But for the 4 main components, 5 if you include the MAMP server that we just set up, but there was this homepage of sorts that I assume something will be happening on. There's this message form thing that we'll be dealing with, and then there is the JavaScript section, and there's also the PHP portion, which ties in the where'd it go? Down here, the SQL, the MAMP portion. So from the top, I don't exactly recall all of the functionality and the exact goal of stuff. I just know data is like, it's sort of a cohesive life cycle of data, I think, from my understanding. Input, message title, message body, and then there's the callback function. And then it will output message title, message body, and the callback. We've got a new Ajax function and all this other fun stuff, which we can cycle through again. Callback function jumping towards the bottom. Callback function will do all work needed on order and color with the data that has been given from the send.json function. So, sure. Hopefully that's fun. And then on the PHP side at the top, it's expecting 2 inputs, 1 message title and 2 message body. And the output will be one thing, the JSON object returned via an echo, which with a GET request will send a request back to the caller with a 200 status code inside the header of the response packet, of the response pocket. So, set the content type to blah, 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 decode JSON, data is now within the following array, and then jumping towards the bottom, package data will be sent back to client in JSON format and then echo to the screen as a response. I feel like that's kind of the main thing right there. And then also do the same as above, but add ERR text to greater signify an issue has occurred. This can be deleted with a valid flag and whatnot and parsing logic. So it's a small little environment to sort of take info, put it in, and have it fire through and cycle, kind of. Anyways, good. All right. What are we looking at? What's the purpose of the application? Did they tell you your database table structure at all? Yeah, I don't recall. And I think I probably should have reached out to him yet again before starting this project. Seems like maybe just a messages table with a handful of fields for title and body. 2 fields, not a handful. Unless you have tiny Donald Trump hands. I guess 2 would be a handful for him. Oh my god. Anyways, those memes are fantastic. God, now I'm getting on a separate note. I don't watch all of American Horror Story, but the missus enjoys the American Horror Stories seasons or show or whatnot. In the newest season, they've kicked off with heavy like Donald Trump and last election stuff, so now I'm having all of the weirdness of that first episode of the newest season run through my head. So very strange. Not exactly my cup of tea, but she enjoys that. So anywho, nevertheless, continuing on with the stuff. Aside from tiny Donald Trump hands, Topher Gates. So, you need a database table, messages with fields, and messages with fields, message title, and message body. Okay, cool. So, that would be back in the MAMP section. Dear God. Hey, R73M15. That's an interesting username. But is now hosting you for up to 40 viewers, so that's super cool. That doesn't happen every day. Callow Creation Radio, yes, raid indeed. Thank you for the raidiness. Usually getting raided in a non-Twitch setting would be bad, but here on Twitch, getting raided is a good thing. Just goes to show you how times have changed. Topher, you were saying that we needed to set up a table or columns. But yeah, Callow Creation. That's way cool. Donka for the rating. Oh god, I'm terrible with username. Inf Game Dev, hiya to you. And for our wait a second, 73M15 brought my stream party. Thank you for the hosting. That is greatly appreciated. Something about birthing a table. You said I need to take 2 things and make them touch. It feels weird. I'm not sure I'm comfortable with the table birthing process yet. I think columns will be 2. Instinctively, I think that's what it should be, and I think you were saying it should be messages. Server names, so forth and such. Messages, title and message. This is gonna get ugly, guys. Before I confirm, we should... This is wrong. We've got message form. Something's going to happen with homepage. I know that much. I don't know what's happening yet. Maybe this is it. Taking message title and message body. And I guess we just call the table messages. Messages. And 2 columns. I'm going for it. Yeah. Does that work? God, I hope that works. That's fine. That's fine. Oh god, I did something wrong again. It got rid of my table. This is gonna just end in tears. This is not gonna go well. I have no idea. I've never mamped before. In all the SQL tables I've encountered before, we weren't allowed to change them. I wasn't birthing SQL tables. I was doing basic select statements. The tables and the database was already there. Oh dear God, there's a whole MySQL section. You know what? It probably didn't save. It didn't save our table. It didn't save our table. Okay. Messages. It remembers what we typed, though, so that's cool. 2. And go. Oh, and I can save it. So one of them needs to be messages, message title. That's what Topher was saying. Topher said message title, message title. Oh, these guys here. Copy message title. Okay, I gotcha. I just need to use my eyes. Funny how that works. Interesting. And then messages for the table itself. You were just looking at all the stuff he gave me. How cool is that? Is there any recommended changes or things I need to do to the following code bits here? I don't think there are. That's just a bunch of noise. Let's save this. Maybe preview SQL. Let's preview. Good enough for me. So close that and save. Title and body is all you need. Okay, cool. Save. Callow Creation, what are you working on? That's a fantastic question, Callow Creation. I have no idea. I'm real not, I mean, conceptually, I have a general idea. We're going to be taking... Somehow there's this blank homepage, and there's this message form field, and using something to do with JavaScript, we're going to be taking the message title and message body, and then there's going to be a callback function, output something, and then process message, then we've got PHP, which will be taking 2 inputs, title and body again, and outputting the JSON object, which will echo some GET request and some status code issue. I have no idea. It's been 252 days of confusion. I've just been trying to show up every single day, so... Topher Gates, check out line 44 for field names in the database. Insert into messages title. Okay. Hold on. Line 44. Line 44. They're numbered, Steven. No need to panic. Okay. Check out line 44. Check. Found the line 44. Now, for the field names in the database, insert into messages, title, comma, message, you need to make sure those field names match your database field names. I suppose this has helped you learn how to set up MAMP. I still don't really know what you'll learn from this since it was all pre-written for you by someone else. I suppose reading the code has some value. Stock quote added, "It's been 252 days of confusion. I'm just trying to show up every day." Yes, that is very true. That is indeed a quote. That perfectly highlights what has been happening. Question. Should I kind of want to start from the JavaScript section. Is that wrong? Here's what I've got going on. Brace yourselves for story time. Still my favorite BDX Inc. quote. Today almost didn't happen because yesterday. That was a true thing, though. That was a moment in time that happened. It was brutal. We had no idea what was going to go down. Okay, so as far as story time goes, can we zoom in on this? Maybe it'll be slightly less comical if we zoom in. That way everyone's not trying to read mouse print. Oh, we can't zoom in because it's Atom. Typical. Alright, well, brace yourselves anyways. From the top, inputs, message title string, message body string, and callback function. 3 inputs walk into a club. Something happens with the output. Function send JSON, message title, message body, and a callback function. We need to create a new AJAX request. Variable new request, new XML HTTP request to do insert data into the JSON stringify function so that we may have our inputted data be present in this request. Hint, yeah, love hints. New string data. Is that something I need to do now? Should I be typing something? Variable. Extra URI component. I don't know what half of those letters mean. What does a URI component do? Encode URI component, JSON.stringify, message title, which we have something, and then put data here. Should I be typing in there now? The data there, or am I supposed to be typing over here in the field? Maybe I'm probably supposed to be typing something here. Maybe. Message body, put data here. And let's do exclamations. We'll see what happens. Hopefully that doesn't break the whole process. Calculation, PHP. Wow, where's Clayman 666? Blast from the past for me as well. PHP is still the biggest on the web. I've only dabbled with PHP. Everyone's always dogging PHP. BX Inc. Why PHP server? It came so this whole funded the homepage, the message form, the JavaScript, ta-da, and all of the lovely quotes, and all of the PHP and all of the fantastic quotes are from one of our viewers, Tenacious Raptor, who was so gracious and kind in setting up this good starter project for myself, Steven, to kind of acclimate out of the kiddie pool into sort of a more real-world example of how the different languages are tied together and how the data kind of flows through the whole cycle as it gets processed from language to language. On the data side, how it gets passed through and all that good stuff. So fortunately, he did do a lot of commenting to try and Steven-proof this so I don't light the whole city on fire, which is awesome and again, deeply, deeply appreciated. So kudos to Tenacious for setting this up for us. I've been wanting to do it for a while. Our schedule has been all over the place. So, but we're finally finding time to dealing with it, or to getting to deal with it and take it on. Yeah. So that's why PHP, just sort of part of the project, and that's that. And we don't really have a preference yet. I mean, we've been trying to practice JavaScript just so we can stay afloat and focus on any language, but yeah, just trying to do it, trying to stick with it. Anywho, Topher Gates for sure. I don't dislike PHP like some do, just haven't used it in a while. Best way to handle a form, period. Well, that's good to know. Calibration client / server. I like Node more. Oh, we're gonna figure it out. Sorry for butchering your username. You can do this, Steven. Sound it out. Captain G. Good. Captain G says, I like Node more. Problem solved. Calibration. Steven proof. Funny. Helium Pandis. Seems like you know coding. Others. Everyone else in chat knows coding? Yeah. Steven? No. Still clueless. Calibration. Just tossing it out there. You can JavaScript on a client and server without PHP. Very true, but I actually don't mind the difference in using multiple languages from client side to server side. I think it kind of balances out and adds to the project. That could just be my naivete of 252 days of coding, but who knows? Maybe I'm crazy. Plus asynchronous. Hey, yeah, that was... where was it? There was something about something running asynchronously. I think you put asynchronous in all caps in his comments. It was a thing. He commented it, and it seemed like a good thing at the time, but I didn't know if that was important or not. Where the deuce was it? Aha! Here it is. Ta-da! Look at that, right here. Line 17. Well, let's continue the story time because we were so close. We're getting there. We're jumping ahead. Variable something. Variable extra URI component equals a code URI component JSON.stringify message title, put data here. Again, he probably wants me to type data in here. I only added the question marks because I figured it wouldn't hurt, and that is me slightly modifying the field. And then message body, put data here as well. Again, I added the exclamation marks because I figured that wouldn't burn down the entire city all at once. Wasn't sure if he meant adding crap in these fields like so, but nevertheless, continuing on. Oh god, with the story time. Don't mind me. To do, update address location on server. We should probably do that. That seems important. Update address location on server or virtual server that the backend resource is located at with the query item message. See example below. I don't know what half of those words mean. So, variable base ADDR, HTTP localhost, web service projects, process management PHP message equals. Is that... is there like a link to our database that we set up here in the MAMP side of things? There's probably a link. Is that what he's talking about? I have no idea. Asynchronous. Helium Pandas. Callicrations. Saw you on another stream. Stream Thinning Weasel. Creation, understood. I use both PHP and Node. Not crazy. You learn what tool is best. Sockolo, I actually love Node, but it's like the best tool for a job. Creations, I troll stream coding too. Good times, good times. Were you on Weasel Stream? A lot of folks use a sledgehammer to hang a photo. I could do that if it gets the photo hung. Sockolo, Hello World doesn't need 5 libraries. Oh, well, maybe that's what I'm up against. Creation, Human Pandas might have been the bottle of gin, half done. Sounds like you've got a lot of commitment there. Good job. Okay, so, what was I... The last thing that I was trying to tackle was something. Something rhymes with finding the base idiot. Right? I need to find this. I think I need to update all of this stuff that he keeps hinting at. Craft URL for HTTP GET verbal request. Variable craft URL equals base ADDR plus extra URI component. I mean, I can see all of this stuff that he's broken it down and all of the comments, so I can see what this is combining to do. Open connection to the GET request and send the packet. I just want to make sure if I need to modify anything. Like to put data here, I feel like I should be, like he said, putting data there, but I don't have a message title. Unless we do message test. We do message test. Let's keep reading. Let's continue with store time. So, open the connection to the GET request and send the packet. New request.open get craft URL true. New request set request header, content type, application JSON. Event handler to wait for any state change since this is asynchronous and we cannot return anything. See, asynchronous, just like Shunk. God, can I get a phonetic breakdown of your username? I'm inept, and I have a username handicap that is. It's brutal. It's noticeable. New request on ready state change function. After we get a positive response from this server, we may proceed. If new request.ready state equals 4, and if new request status equals 200, to do, find out how to parse. See, I know I should be doing things. He says to do. So the to-dos are the things that I need to conquer. Find out how to parse the data returned by resource when we called on in JSON format. So we're expecting a JSON return object. Any ideas as how one would go about doing that? Or should I just Google the crap out of this? I should probably Google the crap out of this. Okay. How to parse the data returned by the resource we called on in the JSON format. So we are expecting a JSON return object. Variable value. Call the callback function so that we can do work to reflect changes since we cannot return. It will return up and free any processing resources. It sounds effective and beneficial. Call the callback function so we can do work to reflect changes since we cannot return. It will return up and free up any processing resources. Return callback. Okay. Send a request to the server and wait a response. Request send. And then we'll continue in just a moment. Okay. Code is magic. Creations. Just butcher all Twitch usernames that I do. Yeah, it's been 252 days of just guessing Usually, if I can't guess a name, I just pick the first letter and just they're captain that letter. So Captain G is what they get to. They will henceforth be known as until we get the phonetic breakdown. Helium pandas. Google the crap out of it. Okay. Socolo. JSON.parse. Okay, that sounds effective. Calibration. BDX Inc. Yes. You must know what data properties are being passed. Sounds effective. I can barely stay awake 24 hours. How did you stay awake 242 days? Right? Oh, God. My just day 252. Is it day 242 or is it day 252? Yeah, no, day 252. Right. Okay, I'm crazy. I thought I missed the title. Calibration. My child, it is called Google Foo. I'll teach you. Calibration is all he's bought wrong. It's called OK Google. I'm still Surrey side of the planet due to the handful of Apple products I wield. All right, so we had MAMP, and now we're looking to parse something. Maybe we should do the first to do. Insert data into the JSON stringify function. So we may have our inputted data be present in this request. Put data here. All right, put data here, comma, hyphen, test title. Test title. Probably not the most exhilarating title he was expecting, or data he was expecting, but nevertheless, we have modified the field. Message body, we'll do hyphen body test, whatever that means. Body test. So that's that. One to do down. Second to do. Update the address location on the server or virtual server that the backend resource is located with the query item message. See example below. So this, I think they want the web address of the table that I just created, but how deuce do I track down? Opening a new tab? Maybe. Possibly. Is this it? That doesn't seem right. See, theirs was localhost something or other, web service and projects. Maybe, is it not this that's different from... Oh no, it is localhost. It is localhost. I'm just inept and an idiot. Look at that. Selective vision. I've got... My selective vision is superb. Localhost PHP something or other. myadmin.sql nonsense. So forth and such. Oh, table, okay. Database, BDX test, go to database structure. Look, it's telling us everything in the web address. How cool is that? And table, messages. That's weird. So, we're going to PHP question mark message. Guys, there's no question mark message. The question mark only goes to here. What do I pull from? I feel like this is the link he's talking about. But... Oh god, I broke it. Bad Steven. Guys, it's all red and angry. I undid it. That was me. What do I do? I've never been here before. This is bad. This is so bad. Lots of red. Red is dangerous. Okay, so... We didn't do anything. but I know I need to make a change, and I don't know where to put my hands. Sakilo, Captain's Log. Commander Hoki here. On 36-year mission to the Crab Nebula. We've made this trip dozens of times. You know, they say sometimes people go crazy on these long trips. They get the space madness. That's me. Calcreation. Okay, Google rocks, but to search for coding help, you need to ask your Chrome Google foo. You get great results if you're skilled. Test title. I feel so exhilarated, right? Okay, Google, not Google foo. Solo ETA. Carnia? Something? Red. Lots of red. They ordered some Canadian bacon. Well, something's happening. Whew, I'm bad. Michael Jackson. What are we doing? Yeah, oh god, another difficult username. It's not that you chose an interesting username, it's just that I'm a fool. Yeah. Again, Agami Asakura? Yagami Asakura. God, I hope I didn't butcher that. But I'm trying to piece together a project that was gifted to me. Can you gift a project? Sure, we're gonna call it a gift. A project that was gifted to me as a good starter project. I'm completely clueless, but after 252 days, I've still somehow kept coming back for more, despite the never-ending supply of confusion. So there's something about JavaScript and PHP, and we just set up a MAMP virtual server to do something with a message field form thingy. Somehow we're going to cycle data through something or other. I have no idea. Your guess is better than mine. And I'm trying to, there's a lot of comments that Tenacious put through. I should probably be focusing more on the comments at hand, but I'm trying to still also interact with chat, so my train of thought kind of looks like this, and just really a lot of crashing. What am I looking for? Something about... Oh, I was trying to determine, what are we trying to do? More specifically, Yagami Asakura, I'm trying to decide or determine where to go. This particular, the base ADR to do. Update address location on server or virtual server that the backend resource is located at with the query item message. See example below. So this variable base ADDR HTTP localhost web service blah 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 .php question mark messages equal. So I'm trying to figure out what URL they're referring to, or what web address they're referring to. And I think it was this localhost myphpAdmin SQL.php question mark, and then just call it quits there, or it goes all the way to the end of messages. But that doesn't necessarily feel right either, so I'm not sure what to do. Cal creation, S media cache. I'm gonna click on. I clicked on the link. Hey, the Crab Nebula. Yes, good. Who doesn't love the Crab Nebula? Topher Gates, the universe has crabs. Helium Pandas. Okay, Google, what is in a supernova? Calculation, ETA Carina Crab Nebula. No, Topher Gates, just beautiful sights. Yagami Asakura. That comment is a mess, so confusing. Really? That comment is like this particular comment? Or my answer? Probably my answer to your question was a mess. That makes more sense. Unless he was talking about this particular to-do comment. Maybe it's both. Could be both. It's a project, and I'm doing my best to try not just openly weep on stream as I come to terms with what I should be doing. Okay, so no suggestions updating this link on what to do. No one has any idea of what I'm trying to accomplish, so no one knows how to help me. That's okay. That's okay. Craft a URL for the HTTP GET verbal request. I really want to just take this. Whatever the base ADDR is, plus the extra URI components. I don't know what any of these things mean. Open connection to the GET request and send packet. New request open GET. Craft URL equals true. New request send content type and blah. The event handler will wait for any state changes since it's asynchronous and can't return anything. After we get a positive response from the server, we may proceed. Ready state equals 4 and ready status equals 200. There's one last to do. Okay, second to last to do. Technically, that's the last one, but second to last to do. Find out how to parse the data. Oh, we needed to Google that. How to parse data out of returned resource calls in JSON format. Not pretty, but we're gonna do it. It's time to Google the crap out of this. How to parse data out. Sure. Hey, MDN. We like MDN. Loading. Yes. Good. Okay, so. Oh, it's sock and stuff. JSON.parse. You were serious. That's all we needed. Was just that. My bad. Good to know. Well, we'll get there. Nothing like some more exhilarating story time about JavaScript object notation to coax everyone to sleep. PDX saying the base ADDR. Maybe it's adder. Maybe I don't need to read it letter by letter. Maybe it is literally base adder. We're going to stick with ADDR because we're inept. BDX Inc., the base ADDR is joined with the extra URI component. Well, I can see that with the concatenation. But the link, though, do I need to change the link? It seems like I need to update the address. So I feel like I should be changing this. I just don't know which address I need to reference. Oh god, I clicked something. Bad Stephen. I wanted to go with this URL, but I don't know if I should. It seems wrong. Continuing on. BDXing, JSON.parse, encode URI component makes the string ready for sending without spaces and special characters. Soculo is not just serious, it is skilled. Oh god, oh no. We're starting to not be able to read. What time is it? That means it's after 1. Of course it is. It's 1:19 a.m. now. Son of a bitch. Now we're sinking into delirium, which means we've lost all mental capacity. Not that we had a lot to work with before, but now just we're gonna run into the scary part of the night. Brace yourselves, as if it wasn't rough already. We are headed into some dark territory. Cali creation, something. Saklo is not just serious, it is skilled. Topher Gates, couldn't this just be a relative path to the process message request .php file? Probably. Cal creation, BDX Inc. Yes, your server, local or hosted on the internet. Saklo, I'm actually a joker. Well, but only a liar if I'm quoting a liar. Alright. Good times. Calculation, local host and the path to your file. So what happens when you type localhost in your browser? Yakov, localhost? I have no idea. My guess, it leads to a line of broken dreams and poor sleep. Local host. Hey, it brings me to my thing. Cool. So do I want all of this, or should I stop at the question mark in the web address like they did? See, instead of message equals. Oh. Mine's a database. Maybe that's my issue. Maybe I should have done that. Hold on. Brace yourselves, everybody. Copy. Paste. Yeah, that's hilarious. But more importantly, http://localhost web service project server process message request .php question mark. Where did all the rest of the stuff go after the question mark? Command Z. There we go. So what if we do that? What if we do localhost myphp SQL, and then we just do that message equal, and we leave it at database equals? Or is that's just super weird? No one in their right mind would do that. It's probably wrong. It tastes wrong in my mouth when I talk about it, but I don't know what else to do. I feel like that's... See, this is the universe I'm trapped in right now. Right? It's a scary, lonely universe, but that's... I don't know what else to do. We'll undo it. We'll undo it. Wait, hold on. I'm a fool. Remember that. I'm an idiot. 252 days of confusion. That's what it's been. Learning to code has just been a side effect, and it hasn't even been that great of learning to code. Okay. So, back to the task at hand. Only localhost. No, just localhost. You're running a web server with PHP and MySQL. Me too. WAMP server. Technically MAMP, but yeah, because it's the Mac version. Oh god, Topher Gates. Yes. See, it's after 1 a.m. I told you, we're headed for doom. We should probably continue this party tomorrow in the afternoon, but we'll stick it out for a bit longer. Cal creation, wait for it. I'm using Abyss. I saw cat stuff. Oh, hey, is little kitty moving? No? Oh, I saw the cat icons. I thought she was parading around in the background. Where is little kitty? She's been... Oh, she's on the floor. Hey, princess. Psst, princess. You know what? It's probably for the best. When she moves around, there's coding fails. So just localhost. 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 That's it. That's what's returned. Does that answer anyone's question at all? Does that answer my question? It probably answers my question. So take localhost and copy it and go over here and oh god. Command Z. Okay, we'll get there. Space and slicey stuff. I'm gonna get rid of the noise between. This is just for comparison. Localhost. That's where I'm currently at right now. With this. To that. So now what? If I wanted to continue down this path of localhost stuff, I would then go to something. I would take it and local or virtual, back in resource. I don't know which one I'm using. I feel like, aren't I using, because I'm going through MAMP, wouldn't this count? Well, maybe that's what I want. Local MAMP index? Maybe. No, that's too obvious. I'm gonna just do localhost MAMP and then BDX test and messages. That would be too straightforward. Why would it be that straightforward? Calo creation. Now you can do one of two things. BDXing, make a file path at the path web service / blah 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 / blah / process message request.php to handle the request, or create a new path and file to reference. How do I go about the first plan? Do one of two things. Make a file path, web service, process message, blankety blank. How do I build that? Would I set up the database titles kind of like how I have BDX test and then I've got messages like so? See, BDX test and then messages down here, and then sadness, aka columns. I would do new and type in web services, then make a projects folder, then make a server folder, and then make a process messages request folder. Probably. Yagami. No, you're on a long way from database interactions. Thank God. Okay. Yagami Asakura. Mate, what is the path of your local host? Check MAMP. Okay, we are checking MAMP. checking MAMP. Here's preferences. Start stop ports PHP web server MySQL no. Open web start page. Where to look for this? It just started using MAMP. How long has this stream been on? I started using MAMP an hour and a half ago. I don't know what I'm doing. All I know is that there's an elephant involved, and that's slightly comforting. So, basically, the elephant is why I'm not crying right now. Sadly, I don't know if I have uptime working. It should be, hopefully, fingers crossed. I've got, what is it, Nightbot running? But I think it's semi-deactivated. I don't know. Everything hurts. I just... when do I get to use the elephant? That's what I want to know. That's why I'm here. Okay. Tidoscus, sleep. I agree. I need sleep. I'm on the edge, man. We'll give it, like, I don't know how much longer, but not much longer. We're falling apart, and we've reached delirium and can't think anymore. Okay. So, check MAMP. No, long way from database interactions. Calculations, yes. Your last statement about creating the folders and file at that location. Preferences. You got it. Preferences, here we come. File, no, MAMP. Preferences. I don't think you guys can, okay. Yeah, this is what opened. Ports. I see nothing useful here. Oh, that's what you're talking about. Probably here, the document root. Oh, I would bet a lot of money. Yagami is talking about the document root. Your local host path should be applications, MAMP, htdocs. Oh, Topher, you're so good. Topher for the win. And also Yagami for the looking under preferences too. So yeah, team stuff. Go us. Mostly you guys. Something. HTTP docs. This is where you put your PHP, JavaScript, HTML, etc. files. Uptime. JavaScript shouldn't make MySQL requests. Calculations, all elephant sleep. And research, bro. Yes, I need to research more elephants. Will do. Topher Gates, your local host path should be applications MAMP htdocs is where you put all that nonsense. Calcreation, client server interactions takes 1 day, took me months. I'm a duller blade than you are. Oh, let's see. I think you need to watch the last 251 days of this stream, and you might have a different feeling about that. Okay, so let me find that file path. Maybe I can go to it. Oh, cool. You can click the arrow and it brings you there. Yeah. So now what? Do I put something inside of it? I got my htdocs. Open Finder, looking at application. Yeah, no, I'm looking at that bit, but now there's nothing inside of it. That's where you can put your code files. Oh, Yagami Sakura, create a new folder. Okay, what should I name the folder? New folder. Untitled folder. Let's call it, what do we call it? Let's, whatever you want. Web services. I like that. Web services. Web services. Good. Web services. Okay, there's that. So now I can put the current these. Should I move? Because currently, let's move that over a bit. Does this show more stuff? JavaScript, blah, blah, blah. PHP stuff? No. Anyways, this is just under, like, my download section, and then the project folder, thus the project name up top. Yeah, that was the zip file Tenacious sent. So it was just sitting in my downloads. So should I move the whole project folder into the newly created web services? Soculo, call me Ishmael. Create a file, index.php, within the folder. Use the same paths as in the example, in my opinion. Hey, Ishmael. Okay. So, web service, projects. Okay, cool. Server, process, message request. Oh, and this is called process message request. I get it. Okay, the files have to talk to each other. I'm just a big dumb idiot. I feel like an idiot now after going through all of that. It was simply connecting the file path. That's all it was. This is a side effect of trying to learn after 1:30 a.m. 1:36. Bad Steven. Okay. Let's continue setting up the different files and so forth. So under web services, let's go to we're gonna just grab the whole file from downloads that Tenacious gave us, documents and such. Downloads, documents, one of those. Projects, server file, JavaScript file, and projects file. Copy. And documents. No. Happy thoughts, Steven. Where'd it go? Nobody move. Don't burst into tears yet, Steven. You got this. MAMP HT docs. Web services. Yeah, there we go. Web services. And we'll go back one, and then we'll paste it inside. And there should be a shoving paste item. Yes, beautiful. Look at this. So, before I go changing crap, let's try looking at that. What if I close out of those files in Atom? Where would I go? I would go to Atom stuff. Nope, that's OBS. Now I've got like 75 windows open on my computer. Bear with me. We want to close out of that. Don't save the changes there. Don't save the changes here. Project. File. Open. There we go. Hold on. And applications. Something that rhymes with something. Oh, application something or other. You were right there. MAMP. HT docs. Web services. We're getting there. And projects. And we want JavaScript. open. Look at that. And something else. Death. Guys, we're gonna need to continue this party tomorrow because everything hurts. Emotionally, I don't have the intellect to finish this project tonight. There's no way it's gonna happen. But I'm glad we at least figured out the file path issue for tonight. I think that was the main issue. Getting MAMP set up and figuring out the file path conundrum. Now at least I know how the dots are connected in the back end, which I think was the least of our worries beforehand. And now I'll be able to update that line in the JavaScript. We'll go ahead and open up the JavaScript as well once more for applications. MAMP projects. Oh, that's so cool. Now I know where to look. Open this. Boom. Beautiful. Good times. Well, thank you again to everyone. Okay. Let's quickly breeze through the comments. Well, web services, call me Ishmael. Yes. Create file within folder. Use the same path as the example, which we did. Move the code over to the htdocs, JavaScript master. Hey, null513, what up? Never read Moby Dick, that's the first line, very true. Sir Stephen, the Grandmaster of JS, hopefully. We'll get there one day, null513, we will get there one day. Cali creation, it's been fun, I'm seeing double or more. Socklow, Topher Gates, don't let BDXing crash like I do later. Thank you, Cali Creations, for hanging out. Socklow, thank you also for stopping by, we are on our way out. Topher Gates, good night. Callow Creation, Cloud Gamers, hey, how you doing? What up? We are going to be, I think we're going to be backing out of this journey. Although we made all that push to get to this point. Now that we have this, now we can update the file path. Because now, it's currently, watch this, I can open something or other instead of projects for JavaScript. It would be message handler. Watch this, the file path should be different now. See, here was when it was under users, Stephen Bordeaux, downloads, projects, message handler, HTML. That was a bunch of crap and totally wrong, but now it's the correct version. File, applications, MAMP, htdocs, web services, projects, and message handler. Pretty cool. So we should take this eventually. Somehow I still think we need localhost, or instead of using localhost, we just use applications. I think. I'm 93% sure this gets updated to something similar to that. But it would actually be projects. Let me look at the file name. Projects something or other. Server process message request / server / process message request. I think there's more to it. Oh, Topher, you should be able to access that from localhost instead of through the file system. Even better. So, one would just do, let me get rid of all of that noise. Making changes. Localhost web service. Project server. Oh, because I set up the file path to that, now it's good. Now it's good because this is the local host. Web service folder, projects, blah, 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 blah. Oh, wow. We're going in circles. I think we should save this particular nightmare for tomorrow. Right? Right? It is now, dear God, 1:44 a.m. Everything hurts. People should be sleeping, not watching some crazy person attempt to flounder about an atom as they try to connect the dots. I'm solelying Tenacious Raptor's fun project. It's just turning into crazy person tinkering with code. No one wants that. Let's go ahead and back out of some of this fun for now, I think. I have no idea when we'll be able to continue this nightmare tomorrow. It may be either midday tomorrow, or it will, again, like usual, unfortunately, be minutes before midnight. Stocklow, you're on the web 24 hours? Not quite. I'm on the web daily, though. It's been the year of streaming and learning to code, so as long as I stream sometime within the 24-hour window of a calendar day, I'm golden. So it's been 252 days of consecutive streaming and learning to code. So all of my abilities is a strong word, of coding. Hey, little kitty, what are you doing? Hey, princess. Come to hang out right as we're ending the stream? Yeah, good. Oh, God. You and your frickin' tail. So, can you go hang out somewhere else, tiny cat? I know you're really excited and we're just trying to end the stream. But anyways, back to focusing. Sweet baby Jesus. The thing about stuff, I don't even know what thought I was trying to craft. All of the knowledge that I've obtained about coding has happened live on stream. There has not been any learning to code off stream. So that's why I haven't made it as far as most after 252 days of focusing on a particular activity or skill set. And I've also hit the reset button quite a few times. I learned all the free stuff at Code Academy, which was like 15 different languages in like 150 days. I streamed like 45 minutes to an hour and a half every day for the first 150 plus days. Then I ended up at Code Wars for a while, and then Free Code Camp, and now I'm trying to make the leap to starting to build and utilize my own side projects that I can focus on. Tenacious Raptor, one of our viewers, was so kind in providing us with a good starter project so we can kind of get our hands dirty with what they could eventually end up looking like. So that's why there's so many comments in this particular project and so much has been built for us already, and why I'm so confused. So isn't that right, little kitty? Yes, it is. Oh, you're so confused and furry. Look at you. Look at you. Alright. Socklow, I mean, 2 a.m. for you could be middle of the afternoon for me. It's not, but could be. Oh, no, I agree. Yeah, we've got people in here from all different time zones. Oh, God, please stop knocking things over. No. Okay, anyways. Yeah. Way cool. I think we made a big enough dent as far as understanding what we're actually up against for tonight's stream. So thank you again to anyone and everyone who stopped by to view the stream, whether it was to assist with guidance or just to view and support. We had that fantastic raid from, we've got it, 4R73M15 for hosting us. That was greatly appreciated. And, yeah, that was totally unexpected and freaking awesome. So, today we had Topher Gates, Callow Creation, Inf Game Dev, 4R73M15, Sokolo, Rook City, 52, 520, 520, one of those, Smattering of others. Helium Pandus. Gooey. Oh, sorry, we're still butchering your username. Tidoscus, something with a T. It's fun to say though. Yagami Asakura. Yeah, maybe. I hope. And who else? I know we had a couple more. Usually we don't have all this many people. Null 513 and Cloud Gamers. Yeah, awesome. Way cool. Well, thank you everyone for stopping by. We greatly appreciate it. Day 252 comes to an end, but the adventure continues tomorrow with day 253 of the year of streaming and learning to code. In the meantime, we are backing out of all of this noise. Close. Yes. Die. Good. And into OBS. Stop streaming. Are you sure you want to stop the stream? Hell yeah. Kill it.